My name is Brian. I'm going to show you how to cook chicken wings the right way. Chicken is a very popular dish around the world. Mainly every country uses it. Just because you're cooking chicken wings doesn't mean you should skip out on preparing the meal or preparing the meal at its fullest. I'll explain how to cook chicken the right way. It's important to me to cook chicken wings because it's my favorite food and my grandma taught me how to do this. At the end of my speech, I want my audience to understand how to cook chicken wings the right way. The ingredients we'll be using is chicken wings, baking powder with no aluminum foil, salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, baking powder, garlic powder, and you can use anything you want to taste. I'm going to be using a baking pan. So first you want to do is tenderize the chicken. Make sure it's in order to be tenderized, you would have to make sure to put your hands on it, wash your hands first, and make sure it's not soft to the touch. Preparing the chicken allows it to taste better instead of being all chewable and too rough to rip off the bone. Having a plain piece of chicken is boring. I think it's time to spice it up. So I have here, first let me wash my hands. If you don't wash your hands, it causes cross-contamination, which could ruin other food and causes many diseases. So what we're going to do is we're going to add baking powder to the little pan here. Add enough that it fills the whole entire area. Add a couple of spices like paprika, red pepper, black pepper, and today I'll be using the jerk seasoning because it's one of my favorites. Now, what you want to do is add a couple of chicken and start rubbing it in to the pan, getting all the spices on it. There we go. As you can see, it's fully covered. And what we're going to do is we're going to add it to the pan right over here. You can do as many wings as you want. I'll be using 4, just to make sure that it's, well enough. Placing the wings onto the pan, make sure you preheat the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. Just so when you put in the oven, the wing would actually be fully cooked instead of just waiting until it becomes 350. As you can see, I'll show you I preheated the oven to 350. And now make sure you put the wings on the pan. Now it's time to add the wings into the equation. After placing the wings onto the oven or onto the pan, cook it for about 25 to 50 minutes. If you cook it under, the wing will become undercooked, which would cause the pink stuff inside the wing and would cause salmonella if you try to eat it, which would harm you and get you sick. Make sure you cook at least 50 minutes. If you go over that, it will become overcooked, which would cause the wing to taste bad and it wouldn't be at its full potential. Now, as you put the wings into the oven, make sure the wings are have reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit in order, just to be room temperatured. Leave it in the oven for about 25 to 50 minutes. And I already made preparatory wings to see what it actually looks like when it's actually done. Now, in summary, with cooking, there are many steps to prepare a meal to its fullest. You must tenderize the meat, which we already done, to make it easy to take apart and be able to eat. In order to make any food taste better, you must add spices and marinate the food in order to give it that extra kick in order to taste good. Finally, you must make sure you are cooking it right in order to make sure you aren't harming yourself or if you undercook it or overcook it. Overall, cooking anything takes time and effort. Now try the wing just to show that it's actually pretty made.